What's up, everybody? Today is October 28th, 2023, and we are really screwed. So I don't know where to begin. I mean, the things I'm going to tell you, it's nothing new. I guess it's just an elaboration or maybe a more succinct explanation of what I've been telling you. So that's my son in the background. In case anybody doesn't know, my son's autistic, and that's him making noise. For those you don't know, I applied for this company named Lamb Weston about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, however long it was, and they called me for an interview and then a second interview, and then they finally contacted me back and they said, okay, we want to hire you. So they literally offered me employment. Okay. And before I go on, Lamb Weston has different locations. The one that offered me employment is in Quincy, Washington. I'll get back to that in a moment, okay? But anyhow, so the first confusion I want to clear up is because I still see people commenting, get a job, or I don't know if people are thinking I still have interviews to go to or whatever. No, that's all done. I've been offered employment by this company called Lamb Weston. They literally offered me employment. Official documents in my email, we're offering you a job. And the only thing it's contingent on, no more interviews, nothing like that. I had to do a background check, which I filled out all the information for that. And then on Monday, they want me to go back up to the plant in Quincy, Washington, and do a drug test, which I've already scheduled. I called the person up there, had made an appointment. They want me to come in at 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday to do a drug test. So at first, I just feel like I need to clear that up because, like I said, some people say, "Oh, get a job and this and that," or people, like I said, people thinking that I still have interviews to do. No, I've been offered a job. There's no reason for me to look for a job right now. I've been offered a job. I don't know if people don't understand that. They literally offered me a job. Like, we want to hire you. They literally said, we offer you a job. Do you accept? I said yes. So it's gone both ways. They offer me a job. I accept a job. Okay, we're in that stage. Interview stage is gone. Everything else is gone. Okay, they said, since we offer you a job, you accept the job. Now you need to do the background check, which I already did, waiting for the results for that. And like I said, I have to do the drug test. As far as those things, like I said, I still have to do the drug test on Monday, and I'm still waiting on the background check. I can't do anything further than that. Like I said, I've already submitted all my information for the background check. I'm waiting on them. Whatever they say, I can't do anything else. And so that's kind of set in stone already. Just waiting. The only thing that I need to do on my part is go on Monday and do the drug test. Okay? Now, this is where the problems start to arise. Like I said, the Lamb Weston that wants to hire me is in Quincy, Washington. We are in Richland, Washington. Okay? And I already went up there for an interview. And another question someone might ask is, well, how come you don't just, how come I didn't just stay up there in Quincy, Washington? Okay, let me answer that question. So Quincy, Washington, does not have a high population. It's not a lot of people up there, okay? And since me and my family, my son and my girlfriend, we're still homeless, we still need to beg for money. We don't, we get Social Security for my son and a little bit of welfare, but we don't get a lot of money, so we have to beg for money. And since there's not a high population of people in Quincy, Washington, there's not a lot of place to beg, basically not a lot of people to donate money. So in the meantime, until I officially start this job, and that's the other thing. They didn't just say, hey, we want to offer you employment. They even gave me a tentative date to start on the 14th. They're like, as long as you pass the drug test and the background check goes good, they even gave me a start date on November 14th, in which I've already told you guys. So again, I'm past all the interview and all that. It's like they hired me. It's like they're just waiting for the background and the drug test. And I can't do it. I'm just waiting on the background check. Okay. Anyhow, so Quincy, Washington, there's not a lot of people, so we would not do good begging up there. There's not a lot of places. There's not a lot of businesses up there. So begging wouldn't be good. So in the meantime, until I get the job, until I get paychecks, we're staying down here because we still need to beg for money every day so we can get food and hotel and gas. And like I tell you guys, my car still needs maintenance. I showed you guys the other day, my windshield wipers literally broke. It literally rains here in Washington, for anyone who's not aware. You know, the check engine light's still on. I need an air filter for the car and whatever else maintenance. I mean, cars need maintenance. I could get a flat tire. Anything could go wrong. Anyone who knows anything about cars, things can go wrong, and you need money for that. So we have to continue to beg. So that's why we've remained down here in Richland, Washington, or in the Tri-Cities area, wherever. You know, we just try to find wherever the cheapest hotel is, but it's usually Motel 6. Anyhow, okay, so now on to the next thing. So the next thing is, like I said, on Monday, they want me to go up there. They want me to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday for a drug test, okay? Again, we're in Richland, Washington. That's in Quincy, Washington. Anyone is more than welcome to look up the distance. It's about 90 miles or thereabouts from here to there, okay? And last time I went up for the interview, it cost me, I don't know, I think it was like $50 in gas to get there and back, okay? And so, one of our first problems is, again, we have to find a way to get $50 in gas to get up there, to go do the drug test, and to get back down here, because this is where we have to live in the meantime, because again, we have to beg down here and, get hotel down here, okay? So right off the bat, it's like just for gas to get from here to there is like $50, okay? And then, like you guys know, we get hotel every day. I guess I have to explain. People are gonna say, well, why don't you sleep in your car? Okay, so let's go over that. I'm just gonna go through everything because people like to bring these things up. Why don't I sleep in a car? Well, we are in Washington, as everybody knows, and we are getting into winter. Well, it's fall technically, but it gets winter temperatures early here. In the night, it's already getting in like low 30s, maybe even dipping into the 20s Fahrenheit here. Okay, so it's extremely cold already. And so it's not safe for anybody, let alone for a child. You know, I don't want my child in a car when it's, say 30 or 20 degrees outside. And my son is autistic. He doesn't always know to cover up. I've told you guys that before when we had to sleep in the car before. At one night we had to sleep in the car and he didn't keep the blankets on. His legs were extremely frozen. I mean, he could have got frostbite or whatever you call it. He could have potentially lost his legs. And so I'm trying to avoid that. That's why we try to get a hotel. As far as the shelters, I've explained that before, but I'll explain it again. So the shelter here is segregated. They have one shelter for women and for children and a separate one for men. So I've explained this before. I don't want to separate from my son and my girlfriend. Again, my son is autistic. It's hard to take care of him, especially by yourself, especially in a dangerous homeless shelter with druggies, drug addicts, and who knows who else is in there. So that would be dangerous for Rebecca to try to go and take care of my son by herself in a homeless shelter. And the second part of that is homeless shelters have rules. And my son doesn't know how to follow rules. My son doesn't know how to be quiet. My son, when they say, hey, it's lights out at, say, 10 o'clock or whatever, it's time to be quiet, it's time to go to bed. Whatever rules they have, my son is autistic. He's mentally disabled. He does not understand how to follow the rules. And so they would be getting on us, or Rebecca, because I couldn't be there, say, hey, you need to quiet down your son. It's time to go to sleep. Well, he's autistic. What do you want me to do? Okay? So that's why we don't go to a shelter. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to explain because obviously it's just so hard. It just seems like some people don't understand the full situation of what we're in. So anyhow, again, so that's the whole situation. That's why we're not going up to Quincy. We're remaining here in it's called the Tri-Cities area because it's Richland, Kennewick, and Pasco. And, like I said, we try to get the cheapest hotel here. And again, this is a bigger city than Quincy, so this is where we beg. This is where we could potentially make more money. And actually, sometimes it's a little bit colder there because it's higher elevation in Quincy, so that it's even worse as far as that goes. So there's multiple reasons why we're staying here. In the meantime, again, the tentative start date, if everything goes well with the job, is the 14th. So we're trying to survive as a homeless family. Not just to the 14th. Again, as I've also said, it's like even when I start, they don't give you, no job gives you pay. Well, I mean, maybe some jobs pay you the same day, but most jobs, you work for a couple weeks and then you get a paycheck after a couple weeks. And so, again, for like the next month, maybe month and a half, or I'm not going to, even if I'm everything goes well with this job, I'm not going to get paychecks from this job. But I've been offered employment. Interview stage is over. There's no reason for me to apply for other jobs. I've been offered a job. So please, people, stop saying get a job. Please, people, don't say, oh, you still have to enter interviews. No, I've been offered employment. They have offered me employment. I've accepted employment. Everybody's just waiting. They're waiting for me to take the drug test, and then we're all waiting for this background check, and that's a third party. It has nothing even to do with Lamb Weston. It's a whole third party who's doing this. And so, like I said, in the meantime, we are still homeless. We still need stuff, and so we still need money. And so for people wondering why I'm like, hey, we still need money. We still need help. That's why.
I'm sorry, I'm crying.
Me too. It's just so frustrating because it just seems like people don't get it.
I'm so exhausted.
Things are not, it's like people don't understand things are not free. When you're a homed person, when you have a home, like you take it for granted. It's like, I guess, or I don't know. If we don't pay for a hotel every day, we have to leave, Hotel costs money every day. If we don't pay, we have to leave. We have nowhere else to go. We have nowhere else to sleep besides the car. And like I said, it's extremely cold. And it's cold right now. It's like 50 degrees right now, and it's in the middle of the day. And it's still cold. So we need money all the time. And it makes me, and another thing that makes me so mad is so many homeless people. I'm talking about, because we lived in homeless shelters before in Utah. And so many homeless people do drugs. They drink alcohol. They smoke cigarettes. We do not do any of that. I'm literally going to a drug test on Monday. I'll do a drug test every week. I don't care. I don't do drugs. I don't use tobacco. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink liquor. None of that. All we try to get is somewhere to sleep. Like I said, a hotel, food to eat, and basic necessities. Like I said, my son is autistic. He needs diapers. We need wipes and all these things. And so that's it. So whenever I ask for money, whether I'm talking on video, if I'm talking to somebody on the phone or whatever, people need to understand this whole situation. I'm not trying to scam anybody. I'm not trying to, I don't know what people think. I explain everything, what I use the money for, and people don't seem to understand. I've been offered employment. They offered me a job. If for some reason, say the background check falls through, or nothing should be wrong with the drug test. Like I said, I don't do drugs, so that should be fine. But whatever reason, say the background check falls through, okay, then obviously at that point I'll look for another job. But there's no point in looking for another job. I've been offered employment. So there's nothing else I could do. I'm waiting. They offered me a job. I'm just waiting. And in the meantime, let's say today they're like, okay, good. Hey, Matt, or let's say I go tomorrow, drug test. Okay, Matt, drug test is fine. Background's fine. You're hired. I'm still not going to start until the 14th. And then, like I said, I won't get a paycheck for like 2 or 3 weeks, however long, until you get a paycheck from there. And so we're still homeless. We're still poor. We still need help. And so that's all this video is. I just wanted to explain the whole situation. This is why I asked for money to whoever, whether I'm talking to someone on the internet or my family, or if I'm praying to God or whoever. This is the situation. Okay? So hopefully everybody is aware now. Hopefully everybody is aware this is the situation. And right now, we are in the car, all of us, with all of our stuff, and we don't have a hotel right now. We don't have money for a hotel. We don't have money for food. We don't have money for diapers right now. Nothing. And so we try to go beg. It's cold. Becca's wearing triple layer socks. I'm wearing double layer socks, and
I'm wearing four shirts. I'm wearing
we like triple up and double. We triple up and double up on our outer clothing. Shirts and pants or whatever. This is the situation. I just want everybody to be fully aware. So anyhow, that all being said, again, we still need help. And so if anyone would like to help, there's a PayPal link and a GoFundMe link on my channel page. That's it. If you don't want to help, I respect that 100%. If you can't help, I respect that 100%. That's fine. Then I'm not talking to you. If you can't help, then you're not the person I'm talking to. If you don't want to help, you're not the person I'm talking to. So for anyone out there who would like to help, those links are there. That's it. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. It's not shutting off.